He's been closer than a brother. Above him there is no other. Without him, where would I be? Oh, Jesus, what a friend is he. He is the rock upon which I stand. He's a present help in time of need. When this whole world has left me all alone, I can feel him walking right by me. When everyone walks out, that's when he walks in, proving once again that he's my dearest friend. He promised he'd go with me always, even till the end. Yes, even till the bringing it all to peace. Storm surrounding me, let it break. At your name, still call the sea to still, rage in me to still every wave. At your name, Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, breathe, call these bones to live, call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, breathe, call these bones to live, call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is a light that forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is a light forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, 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 you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Oh yeah. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, oh yes. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, yes, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. This morning, I just feel like someone's here this morning. They're in a dark place, and they need help. And I'm here to tell you that when Jesus died on the cross, he silenced fear and he made the darkness tremble. So if you need the light today, the light is inside of you this morning because God has placed it inside of you. So if you need that light, go to God this morning and tell him you need him. You need that light to shine to where it's so bright that people will start to blind, where the darkness will start to tremble, where the silence will start to... Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Don't worry about every distraction around you. Don't worry about any beside of you. Just come to this altar. It is open. It's free to you this morning. It's free to those that need him this morning, that needs the light, that needs him to seek, to find him. Come to this altar this morning because he is wanting to bring that light. He's wanting to silence the fear. He's wanting to make the darkness tremble this morning. So if you need him this morning, come to this altar, lay it at his feet. He's still waiting for you. He's still beside of you. He's still calling you by your name. Just get up out of your seat and just give him all that you've got so he can give you what you need this morning. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus.
light that the shadows can't deny. Your name, it cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is a light that the shadows can't deny. And your name cannot be overcome. And your name is alive, forever lifted high. And your name cannot be overcome. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Feel his presence this morning. Hallelujah. We never know, the things that God has in store. Each service that we come, we just never know. The people that carry in certain loads, we don't know what's going on. And we got to trust God, because I believe his presence is here. And he comes down. There's a reason that he wants to come down and be with us. He's got what each and every one of us need today. We can't tell each other what each other need, and we don't know. But I'm telling you what, the Lord knows, and his presence, and we can just enter into his presence. He has what we need. Would you do it, Jesus? Would you make today? Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. I'm gonna call you Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Oh yes, that is who you are. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Oh, even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. Oh, you never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it,
you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
That is who you are. Hallelujah.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
That is who you are. Yes, waymaker,
miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
that is who you are. Yes. Oh, hallelujah. I'm praising my waymaker today.
Yes, Jesus. Yes.
Oh my God, that is who you are. He will be your waymaker,
Miracle worker,
promise keeper,
light in the darkness.
my God, that is who you are. We're gonna call you waymaker,
Miracle worker,
promise keeper,
light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
yes, even when I
Can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working.
praise God.
Yes, Jesus.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. He knows right where you are today. Hallelujah. Oh, yes, nothing shakes my God. He knows where you are. He knows the details of your future. You don't have to worry today. He is a waymaker. He will make a path where there is no path. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I praise God today. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, my name, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Oh, yes. He is my waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Hallelujah. Oh, he's my waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Hallelujah. Oh, yes, he will be your waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God,
That is who you are.
that is who God is. Hallelujah.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working.
You never stop.
You never
Never
stop
stop.
working.
Hallelujah.
Even when I can't see
Oh,
it, you're
yes.
working.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Even when I can't feel
Oh,
it,
we praise
you're
you,
working.
God.
You
Hallelujah.
never stop. You
We
never
lift you
stop
up, God.
working.
We're
You
trusting
never
you,
stop.
God.
You never stop
Hallelujah.
working.
Hallelujah.
Even when I can't
Oh,
see
yes.
it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop.
He never
You
stops
never stop
working. Never
working.
stops working.
You never never stop. You never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop. You never stop working. You never stop. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are.
Oh, praise God, praise God.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Yes, Jesus.
We're gonna call you
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Yes,
Now I'm gonna praise you because you're mine.
Waymaker, miracle worker,
You're my
promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Yes,
Oh God, because you've been faithful to me. You have never let me down. You're always right on time. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Woo! Hallelujah, hallelujah. I thank you, Father. Yes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. He works it for our good. Oh, yes. He's so faithful. Yes, He is. He comes right on time. When you feel like you're at the very end of the rope, you don't know which way to go. You don't know what door to walk through. You haven't heard Him speak in a while. I'm telling you, woo, hallelujah, He's an on-time God. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, I praise God today.
Light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are.
I'm gonna call you
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are.
That is who you are.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are.
Hallelujah.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. I'm still sick, so when I get up here and I croak out like I do, just laugh and get back together and we'll go on. Alright? Get all choked up. I feel good. Just 100% yet. We'll talk about integrity of heart. The Bible says in Proverbs, excuse me, chapter number 4, verse number 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth and perverse lips. Put it far from thee. Let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. You can be seated. I want to talk about integrity of heart. Having a heart of integrity. Begin to think about the world that we live in. There's people in this world right now in the most powerful positions that are corrupt. In the highest levels of government, highest levels of education, all that, there's corruption. All the way down to the poorest of the poor, there's corruption. Everywhere, having a heart that's not full of integrity. As we looked over the last year, I think it was back in October of last year, the writer that wrote in the newspaper that Jamal Cashhog, y'all know who I'm talking about, they found out what had happened to him, that he was writing papers basically in journalism, and he was exposing the corruption of Saudi Arabia. And because of what he was doing, he went into one of the facilities there, and the top government officials had him killed, had him assassinated. That's the kind of sin that we deal with in the world. Well, then even more recently, in the last couple of weeks, a man by the name of Jeffrey Epstein, he was a wealthy man, connected to some of the world's most powerful politicians and world leaders. And what he was doing, he had been arrested for sex trafficking. 66 years old. That's all he was after. These young girls, sex trafficking minors, not older people, minors, ages around 12 to 18 years old. And anyhow, they found him in his jail cell. He had hung himself with the bed sheets less than 2 weeks ago. A man that's connected to some of the most powerful world leaders. When you think of a leader, don't you think of somebody that should have integrity? I do. When you think of a leader of a company, a business, anyway, a church, it should have some kind of integrity. And it's sad that the depths of wickedness, it's out there. There's no boundaries, sadly. There's no boundaries with it. I begin to think about the church. The church should be the most trusted place in the world. It should be a place where people can come to and they can have hope, and they can have, if they're in trouble, that they should be able to come and find hope in the house of God. But sadly, that's not always the case, because there's not always integrity in the house of God like there should be. There's some that walk through church life, and they put on a fakeness about them, and it's a fake walk with God, and that doesn't get anywhere. And it's easy to tell the difference. If there's an anointing, there's a power on their life, and there should be integrity that goes along with their life. If someone tells me something, if someone does something, I think I should be able to take their word for it, right? If I tell you I'm going to do something, I should do it. And I think that sometimes we come short and we fall short. I see where, some that once walked in integrity and once walked with God, they find themselves in trouble. And we think, man, what happened? They fell off the deep end. They fell off the wayside. There's been people that's been hurt and let down. Don't it hurt? You ever let somebody is just fell off, and man, it hurts. Somebody you have confidence in, somebody you love, somebody you care about, and they fall off. Integrity gone. You can't get that back. You can't get that back. It hurts. I got to thinking, that some of the greatest experiences that I've ever had in my life happened in the house of God. I got saved. God changed me. There was times I was struggling, and He come by and helped me. Times I was sick, and He healed me. Times I was facing a lot of things, and God was there for me, and I'm glad of all that. But also in the house of God, I felt my greatest pain from those that were around me that had lack of integrity, lack of a walk with God that was steadfast. But sin would come in and things would come in and they'd fall and it would bring the greatest hurt to my life too. Now if you're in a place where you've been in church and said, well, I can't trust them down there, they're a bunch of hypocrites. I've heard that statement among the world, among people. I'm not going down there. There's a bunch of hypocrites, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that because of how they are. Well, I've still got good news for you. Even if the whole church world around you is living like the devil, God has not changed, and you can still have a walk with Him that surpasses those things. And you can just rise above it and look at people and say, well, I'm learning what I don't want to be. I've done that before. I looked at people's lives that were supposed to be the spiritual ones, that were supposed to be leaders, and I looked and I said, God, if I ever become a Christian, I don't want to become one like that. I said that to myself. But then there was others I said, God, if I ever become a Christian, I want to have a life that looks like that in you, because I can see you in them. So no matter what, no matter where you are in your life, you can look and you can say, God, I want you in the midst of it all. Our church, the character of our church should be above reproach. The reputation that we have should be a reputation that's above reproach. It's not always that case. But isn't that the case, though? It's supposed to be above reproach. But you know why the reason when a church is not above reproach, you know what the reason is? It's because of us. It's not the building, but it's the people that's within it. I know we all believe that the church should be a place that has integrity. But we come into the church and, we're serving God, we're doing our thing, and we're trying to say, oh God, we love you and we want you and stuff. But when the church finds herself falling below the line, not living up to the standard, it's because of us. And people put the name of the church down because of us. We are the church, right, if we claim to be born again.